And now on the track, heat 2 of the women's mile. Again, 8 laps as they take the command.
There were 16 athletes qualified who had the fastest times. There were several other women who were also extremely fast here, like Sheila Reid, who would have qualified, along with Lucy Van Dalen, who is from New Zealand and runs for Stony Brook University on Long Island. But they chose to run in other events, the distance medley relay for Reid, and then the 3,000, and it will be simply the 3,000 meters that Van Dalen will focus on. But you really needed to get right around that 3:30, that 4 minutes 39, 4 minutes 40 seconds maximum time to even be considered for this. Most everybody was under 4 minutes and 40 seconds that is here today.
And Larry, one of the beauties of running the NCAA outdoor track and field championships is this mad balance between trying to put athletes in the right spot, not only for them, but also to score points for the team. And so all of that is part of the game, inside the game, as they try and piecemeal the efforts out here to last throughout the weekend.
Indoors, this is one of 2 weekends that are extraordinarily challenging for distance runners. When you go to a major collegiate program that wants to be a top-flight track and field program and compete well at the NCs and at your conference level, you know when you step in and sign on with that school that you may have to double, triple, or quadruple even at events like this. Extremely hard things to do. 4 hard races, as many in just 26 or so hours.
Well, there on the right side of your screen is Zoe Buckman of Oregon, a senior, leading the way early here in the heat 2 of the women's mile. And Mackenzie Molander of Iowa is right there, along with Emma Coburn of Colorado and Amanda Winslow of Florida State.
Buckman from Canberra, Australia, had a lifetime best here indoors at 4:37.84 seconds. And she easily got in here as among the top 16 that would wind up in this race. She's got good speed, 2:04 800-meter runner plus. Colbert has been very successful both in cross country, Emma is, and also the Big Ten champion at 3,000 meters. Almost running Lewis a blocking action out there, forcing people to run well into the second lane to get around, is Colbert running off the shoulder of Buckman.
And one of the storylines that we will absolutely follow throughout this track and field weekend for the University of Oregon is them losing an athlete who they expected to score points in the 3,000 and 5,000, Alex Kaczynski, who was injured. So what we see Buckman doing is very important because she needs to be in the final for Oregon as they try and maximize the points that they could grab here, minus Kaczynski.
That's a good point. Buckman's points are very important in everybody's essays up and down the line. Has taken on greater importance, although despite the loss of a woman who had one of the 3 fastest times in the 5,000 meters this year, 15:44 she had done, and last weekend came down with pain in her lower back. It was diagnosed as basically a stress fracture, and she surprised everybody. There had not been any indication there was issues, and she is out of the competition. Oregon is still favored, despite that loss, to win the women's title. Very solid pace, 2 minutes 20 seconds by the 880-yard mark, 5 seconds faster than the last heat.
Well, as they take 2 laps to go, let's reset this field. Zoe Buckman of Oregon in the lead there on the inside, and followed on the outside by Emma Corbin of Colorado. Anna Kessling of Oregon is in 3rd. And Amanda Wilson of Florida State now moving up, along with Kate Van Buskirk of Duke. So these ladies battling for 4 automatic spots. The top 4 automatically qualifying to the final tomorrow. And then the next 2 fastest times. So, of course, finishing in the top 4 is important, but running fast, if you don't, may be the difference between making the final and not as they take the bell.
And it looks like if it stays the way it is right now, that the 2 additions who will come into the final that don't finish in the top 4 may come first mile heat be watched.
And a nice finish here as Buckman really running strong, but now the outside from Duke. Here's Van Buskirk. Van Buskirk is now making a nice move, stretching it out. And Buckman staying right with her, but an automatic qualifying spot is all that matters. And so Buckman, Van Buskirk get in automatically. And finishing in 3rd is Kesering. And the 4th and final automatic qualifier is Ashley Verplank.
And for Plank's time in fourth place, 4:36.87. Emma Coburn, 4:36 and change, just under 4:37. And Amanda Winslow from Florida State. Those will be the women that qualify. 5 and 6 will qualify. Then Buskirk comes right down the stretch, and she eases back and winds up getting second, but that's fine, as you have the top 4 women all running 4 minutes 36 seconds plus. Buckman just cruising along. And the young lady with the multicolored hair there is from Canada and has had a great summer of training and done extraordinarily well, and this is a great last year for her.
And she's making sure that we'll remember her. It's either going to be the hair or by the socks. But she has automatically qualified, and so there are the top 4 from Heat 2.